Hello and welcome to a very special episode, number 90 of the DTC Blow and Smoke podcast. My name is iCandy Randy. Over there, across from the mixing board, directing, and actually with a camera on him for the first time, is the preacher, Ethan. Welcome, Ethan.
Thank you very much.
And this one is going to be a special edition because it is all about our second annual Deadwood Blues Fest. Now, those familiar with us here at Deadwood Tobacco Company know that last year we launched this, a project supported by the City of Deadwood's bids districts, and of course Deadwood Tobacco. Our co-headliners last year were Christone Kingfish Ingram and Samantha Fish, and we have stepped it up a little bit this year. By popular demand, we have headlining on the stage Mr. Keb Mo. Right in front of Keb, and joining us right now via Zoom, everybody say hello to Ruthie Foster. Hello.
Yeah.
Hey.
And opening the set on the main stage will be a young man named Amani Burnham. If you have not heard of him, you need to check him out. Relatively new, just had his first album come out this past spring, and we're excited to have him out in Deadwood to enjoy our hospitality. Speaking of, Ruthie, have you ever found a chance to make it up to the Black Hills before?
No, I'm looking forward to it. I really am.
Very nice. It is. It's a weird kind of town in the best possible way. We've got Old West heritage mixed with gambling and some adult activities that go along with that. So it's a wonderful, good old throwback time.
Sounds perfect. Sign me up.
Awesome. And before we started rolling, we did mention you saw me lighting up my cigar. And tell us a little bit about your history briefly with cigars. Obviously, you've got to protect the pipes, but you found the time to enjoy, didn't you?
I did. I took a trip to Cuba not too long ago, and that's where I got into really fine cigars down there, and actually watching the guys make them right in front of you too. So I've been hooked ever since. But I do have to spread it out because I gotta take care of this girl right here.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Do you have a favorite brand or style, or you just like trying new things?
I like trying new things. Usually when I go down to the Belize, I have a friend who has a house down there. I pick up a few pointers and some new ones, but the Monte Cristo and, just whatever I can find these days.
Absolutely. And like we said before, we will certainly hook you up with one after your show if you would so like, and we'd enjoy your company. That would be awesome.
Yeah.
So today is a fun day for you. Take Time just came out. We're shooting this on July 1st. Second single off of the new album. Tell us a little bit about this particular track.
Yeah, this track came about. I was talking to my co-writers, Tyler Bryant and Rebecca Lovell. And you probably know her from Larkin Poe. She and her sister Megan are superstar girls in that band. This song kind of came about. We were just sitting around talking, and a lot of the stuff that we do comes from me just sitting around drinking a lot of coffee and talking about my tours and talking about my life and how I grew up. And this song was something I shared, some advice I had gotten from my grandmother. I call her Big Mama, and it was really about just. She would tell me, baby, just don't forget to just take time for yourself. And I had just moved from New York and was looking for a job here in Texas. I live in Austin, Texas. And she told me, just get a little piece of something, get a little piece of job, get a little piece of pay, start somewhere. Just take it step by step, and you'll get there.
And that's what you turned into Take Time with your co-writers there?
Yeah. They just started writing, they love the little saying, take a little piece of job and a little piece of pay. They thought that was something interesting. And I had always heard it all my life. So it wasn't anything interesting to me, but the way they really framed it was, it made sense. Okay, that sounds like that could be a song. Okay, let's see where we can take this. And that's where it started.
Wonderful. And just because it's a small world. So Tyler was here. We have a Songwriters Festival in October. He was here about 7 or 8 years ago, I believe, with the Shakedown. And they tore the roof off of a little tiny historic theater here. They do a 3-person ride around, and it was absolutely amazing. And then the gals from Larkin Poe, we have booked for our free music concert in September that's going on its 37th year called the Deadwood Jam. Back when they were just a young band. I think they played at 4 in the afternoon or something like that, but just tremendous gals. I think I have, was it Peach? Was their album Peach? I think that's the one that was out at the time, if I remember right. Yeah. So there you go. Small world. They were here in the last decade, and now you're going to come share your expertise with us.
Yeah, it's a small circle here in the music world. And we all love running into each other at different festivals. And I had watched them myself come from, itty bitty to, hey, all right now, Diddy,
Uh-huh.
you know.
Yeah, they're doing just fine, but you actually are doing just fine yourself, aren't you?
I am. I can't complain. I have been validated and blessed all through this career of mine that I chose, and even stepped out of and stepped back into, stepped out of, stepped back into for different reasons,
Sure.
but and legit reasons,
Mhm.
And those are the things I tell young people who want to get into the business. It will always be here. Go do life. Have
Mhm.
something to write about. Have something
Sure.
to sing about.
And speaking of validation, I know not every artist holds awards and recognition in the same respect. However, 15 years after your first Grammy nomination, you were awarded with one in 2025. How did that feel after so long in the business?
Yeah, that was truly a surprise and validating. Yeah, and then here's the funny thing. I wasn't even there at the ceremony. I've been busy living life, man.
Hmm.
I was on an island. I was on the blues cruise when the awards were going on. Yeah. Hey, I have my priorities. I had actually been to the ceremony up until that period, and it's
Sure.
always a great party. It's
Hmm.
just a wonderful time. It's it's the best live show in the world. I mean, I've been there when AC/DC opened
Oh,
one
wow.
year,
Hmm.
and you can smell the smoke and the whole thing, and we had our horns on, and
Ah.
you know it's the best. I love going to it, but I just decided that particular year, last year, to just go ahead and do this blues cruise, and I love
Sure.
my blues family
Hmm.
on these cruises. So that's where I was when I think it was uh, Anishka Shankar. She announced it,
Oh, very nice.
and lovely lady, and I would love to meet her and maybe do something with her one day. Announced my name, and I thought that just happened, and I'm not there. Whoops.
Did you finish the cruise, come back to Austin, and have a big party?
Yeah, we've been partying since, and
Oh,
even
okay.
when, you know, you know how that
Hmm.
works.
Hmm.
Um, I was in the airport in Houston, Texas, uh, in a layover at a bar at gate C4 when we found we found out. So we had a big old party at C4 in the Houston airport when we find out. But yeah, it's just it's an amazing event, and it is truly, truly just it's validating because there's so many people in that category, the
Hmm.
contemporary blues category, that I love, and I consider a lot of them my friends. And Joe Bonamassa,
Sure.
I've been on his cruises, and
Hmm.
we get a chance to do something together every time I'm on those. Shamika Copeland, all of these people who are in that category, I love and respect. So in that way, it's like, oh, I'm in with the in crowd. That's all right.
That's the best place to be. Did you notice, despite the fact your long time in the blues and number of nominations, and of course, from what I've been reading and doing some research for this, the admiration of your peers from many decades, did you find that actual Grammy win did anything different for your career? Did it change a certain aspect, or was it, I'm just going to keep doing me and it's nice to have this, but I'm going to be Ruthie?
Yeah, it's more of the latter. I'm just gonna keep doing what I do. It looks good on my mantle next to my TV. I'll say that.
That's what it
You
did.
Hmm.
know, my daughter, she's 15 and she got these Christmas lights, and so she lit it up for me, and she'll pop it on just so that she can look at it too. It's cute. It's great. And and I've had a wonderful time kind of what was it, Bobby Rush, he told me you need to just send that around, just carry it with you. And I have
Hmm.
done that. I have kind of done that because, there are a lot of people who I call it my circle of my team that actually they help put me back together when I'm on the road a lot.
Sure.
And you get to my maturity, I'll just say, when you put on the miles, you put on the miles that I've put on, it takes a team to put you back together when you get
Sure.
home.
Hmm.
I have a chiropractor, I have therapists, I have physical therapy.
Hmm.
Uh, and, I got a chance to just bring that to all of these guys, to all of my sessions and say, help, here you go. You help me be able to stand on stage for 90 minutes at a time, that kind of thing. So that's been kind of fun. As far as the career changes, things are just still rolling
Hmm.
as they roll, really. That's not been a huge change.
Sure.
But I can say that I can put that behind my name or in front of my name, if you will, that I am a Grammy Award winner, which is cool. And I've been a Grammy nominated artist
Mhm.
for many years, and
Sure.
I've always appreciated that.
Absolutely. And speaking of the Grammys, the gentleman headlining this year, Keb Mo, has a few sitting on his mantle and maybe a few other places. Tell us a little story or something when obviously you guys have crossed paths and played on bills together. Tell us a little Keb story, if you would.
Yeah, I've known Kevin. I call him Kevin. I've known him for
Hmm.
a while, and gosh, I guess my first meeting with him may have been a festival I think we were in Albuquerque. And I just remember him coming out of his tent and asking if I wanted a smoothie because, and the first thing I thought, oh, he's healthy. He likes, this guy.
Hmm.
That's why he's all tall and slim, and the rest
Oh,
of us,
yeah.
we're all lugging, potato chips and all these other things that we have on our own rider. Uh,
Hmm.
you know, but yeah, we got to know each other shortly after that, and I've been to Nashville at his recording studios, and we have written together too.
Hmm.
So we've followed each other for years. I even talked to him about maybe producing one of my albums at some time, but he
Wonderful.
was just so busy
Hmm.
doing Kevin, doing Kev Mo, that he
Hmm.
didn't have the time. But we do keep up with each other. In fact, I just did a tour in the West. I just got back last night from a West Coast tour, and I can't remember where we were, but the guys brought out a stool because I had knee surgery, so I have to sit when I play these
Hmm.
days, off and on. And they brought this special stool out, and I thought, oh, that's nice, and it moves up and down. And they said,
Hmm.
oh yeah, we got it for Kev Mo. And I'm thinking, okay,
Well, I hope
all
he's
right.
I hope he's bringing that because I haven't seen it on the production list, but we'll take care of it whatever you guys need.
Yeah. Yeah. So
And
I
that's
should have sent him a picture of that, but I'll tell him when I see him. I get a
absolutely.
chance to sit in his chair.
We have heard a tremendous response when we were able to announce you and Kebmo for this. A number of our local, we've got a Black Hills Blues Association. There's a wonderful woman named Deb who runs that. She sent me a long message. She said, I can't believe you got Ruthie. This is amazing. Um, uh, can you tell me a little bit about, as our looking around for artists for our festival the last few years, we have found a little bit of difficulty locating female artists who will fit in with what we're doing. Obviously, you have a long track record in it. What would you say is a challenge or what's improving, or do you not see a challenge for females in the blue space nowadays?
Mm, I was just talking to someone about that. There is a challenge out there. And the thing is, we're out here.
Mhm.
It's just about and I try to champion women in this industry as much as I possibly can when we're looking for openers
Mhm.
for uh for my own shows. And I have mentored several female artists up and coming. And there's a sisterhood that we formed. I formed with Shakira Aida from Montreal, wonderful performer during COVID, during that whole lockdown. There
Mhm.
was about five or six of us. We would get together, and it just kept growing. Um, Gosh, who was I talking to? A West Coast singer, a sister by the name of Terry Odabi, wonderful blues singer. Yeah, we do get together and talk about that. The thing is, we push each other,
Sure.
and we salute each other when we're at the same festivals. It's very rare. I don't know what it is about some promoters. They're almost scared to put us together on
Well,
stage.
they
What
think it's going to be Lilith Fair, which is not bad by any stretch of the imagination. It doesn't make sense.
that's their, I'll say that is their experience.
Gotcha. Yep.
That's really all it is. It's just their experience. There's another experience. It's a whole new world when you put a bunch of sisters together on one
Mhm.
stage. It's
Mhm.
not Lilith Fair at all,
There you
especially
go.
when you put sisters on stage.
I get your meaning. Absolutely.
You know
Speaking.
what it turns into?
Hmm.
It turns into a meeting,
Uh-huh.
a spiritual experience, and a hallelujah time is what it
Hmm.
turns into.
There won't be a person sitting down the entire time.
No, sir. You
Hmm.
will have the best time and the best heart experience you have ever had. You may even learn something. It's a
Absolutely.
big deal,
Hmm.
and I would love to see more of that. I really would. It's okay to put more than one woman on the bill.
Yes.
In fact, we support each other in that.
Hmm.
We don't have to take over, though we might. Uh, it
I
may
think
happen.
I think that might be a welcome change. We do have a couple of ladies joining us in our regional and national support bands that play around town on Saturday during the daytime. We have a woman named Angela Easley from Nashville. She has a blues radio show in Nashville, and I believe she had a charted single this last year. Very, very nice woman I met through a mutual contact. And then also Erica Brown, who is now in the Denver area. She has been in the industry for a long, long time. She and her daughter are actually in her band, and they're going to come up and play for us as well. So we're happy to be contributing as we can to broadening that and having some people come visit our little town in western South Dakota.
Oh, I love that. That's good. Oh, that's so good. Good on you guys for doing that. We need more.
And you said that you live in Austin now, but you grew up just a little bit north of there, didn't you? Central Texas.
Yeah, a little small town, about 2 hours north of Austin called Gause, Gause.
Hmm. Don't
Uh,
forget the
uh,
E.
don't forget the E. It's about 500 people. It's
Mhm.
small. Um, Go to school goes up to about sixth, eighth grade, and then they bus you off to a middle school and a high school after that. A
Sure.
lot of my family still live there, so yeah, I am going to try to visit this weekend during the fourth celebration, July
Wonderful.
4th celebration.
Awesome. I have a little history with Austin. My dad was in the Air Force, and when Bergstrom was still active, we were there in the 90s, and I actually attended Bowie High. So I have to
Oh
ask,
wow.
are you a South Side or North Side? Yuppies or Bubbas?
That's funny that you even know that. Oh wow.
Yep, yep, yep. I haven't been back for years. I've heard it's changed quite a bit, but you find it enjoyable. Lots of live music venues still active. Antone's obviously Heritage Place. La Zona Rosa, does that still exist by chance?
Zona Rosa's not there anymore,
Okay,
but Antone's is still there. It's
hmm,
moved a few times. I
sure.
think if they found their home downtown area, thanks to our good friend Gary Clark Jr. He's
Yes.
He's part owner of it now, and I
Oh,
think
very
that's
good.
great. Yeah, that was a really smooth move, and I'm a little upset he didn't include me in on that, but I'm gonna talk to him about that personally.
Absolutely.
Ah, love Antones, still going, still
Wonderful.
got a lot of blues happening right there. Folks like, did you know Miss Lavelle White? She's still here.
Okay.
She will be 97 this
Oh, wow.
weekend.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Yeah, still singing, still how do you say? Still smart talking. I'll
Hmm.
put it that way.
Yep. Yep.
Still flirting.
How did Texas kind of, you're a unique confluence of influences, styles. How did growing up in Texas kind of shape your current sound and approach?
Wow, great question. I think it shaped my sound in so many ways, especially growing up in a small town where radio broadcasts were, kind of few and far in between, especially in the 70s when I was a kid. You had country music for the most part, and you may have had, um, you could hear songs that were, Van Halen and Hall and Oates and all that, popular pop music. But there was also Conjunto. There were, as far as the live music that was around, Tejano bands would come through,
Yeah.
Little Joey, La Familia. So there's all of that influence, the Czech influence, the German music.
Hmm.
That was it still is a big deal here in Austin and San Marcos, which is where I actually live
Hmm.
here down in Green, Texas.
Sure.
Huge, huge influence, the German Czech sound. Um,
Did
and,
you just
just
amalgamate all that?
songwriters.
Mhm.
You just kind of
What's that?
stuck all that. You stuck all that together and kind of made that your own.
Yeah, that and blues, front porch blues. We had Lightning Hopkins, and a lot of his
Yep.
family is still around. Milton
Hmm.
Hopkins still plays blues, and he played blues in Houston. Um, a lot of BB King's band they were from Houston.
Sure.
So you got a chance to see these guys play when they weren't on the road with BB. Albert King, all of these guys, that's Dallas influence. Um, these guys came through Antones, they came through Austin all
Hmm.
the time. Clifford Antone is a huge part of making that happen. A lot of
Right.
these guys, they kind of what people call aged out of touring.
Mhm.
Clifford made sure that they were taken care of, make sure they had housing, and
Nice.
brought them and moved them to Austin.
Hmm.
Pine Top Perkins, that's the reason he,
Hmm.
spent the last of his days in Austin and died here. Clifford was a huge part of moving him from where he was. I think it was Chicago, and making sure he had a place to play,
Hmm.
And here's a story about Pine Top. No matter who's playing at Antone's, which was Clifford's place, that was
Hmm.
his nightclub. Um, no matter who's playing, when Pine Top walks in, and he always looked sharp. I always had a tie on and a little piano tie.
Hmm.
And he walked to the stage, he'll stand there and he'll give you a salute. And it's your job, if you're on the stage, to make sure that you stop what you're doing, recognize Pine Top Perkins. Pine Top is in the house, everybody. Pine Top, yeah. All right. Pine Top. And then he'd make his way to the shoe shine. There was a guy that always he would shine shoes
Hmm.
in the side corner there. He'd make his way to the shoe shine shop, and he would set up his CDs
Oh,
and
nice.
sell his CDs at your show.
It's Pine Top. What are you going to do? You're not going to tell him no.
Hey, Pine Top's got records for sale. He's got
Hmm.
CDs right over here, everybody. Yeah, and that's what I love about this town. It's very nurturing
Hmm.
to all of the musicians. We take care of each other. Like
Hmm.
even right now, I'm a part of an association called Home, and it stands for Housing Opportunities for Musicians and Entertainers. We take care of our elders who can't travel anymore, and they need a way to keep the lights on, watch a little cable. We make sure um, they have necessities for just being in a place where they can play once in a while,
Sure.
but they can be here and live in dignity.
Wonderful.
And it's very important to us to do that.
And that's called Home, HOME.
It's HOME. You
Okay.
can find it, .org. Yeah, you can find us on the web.
That's wonderful.
And we take care of each other.
We'll have Ethan throw that up on the screen. We've just got a couple of minutes before Zoom is going to kick us off. I just want to say thank you for spending some time with us. We appreciate it very, very much. And next time you see Gary Clark Jr., would you just go ahead and say Deadwood Blues Festival needs a headliner for 2027? Ruthie says, come on down. You're more than welcome to come back with him. Bring your friends. We'll have a whole Austin Blues contingent up here. I'll bring, it'd be my kind of like my homecoming.
That would be sweet. Let's put it
awesome.
out there.
We'll do it. Ruthie, anything you want to let people know? Where can they pre-order the album? Comes out August 28th, correct?
That is correct. They can pre-order it through my website, ruthiefoster.com.
Awesome. Ruthie, travel safe. Enjoy your 4th of July. And we look forward to hosting you for the Deadwood Blues Festival. Thank you for spending some time. We very much appreciate it.
Thanks, fellas.
Thank you.
All right.
That's it for Deadwood Tobacco Company Blow and Smoke podcast number 90. Ruthie Foster. She'll be here on the main stage the 11th of July. Make sure you come on down. Get your tickets, deadwoodbluesfest.com. Kebmo, Ruthie Foster, Imani Burnham, and 8 local, national, and regional bands playing in 8 different venues all across Deadwood. For Ethan, the preacher, I am Candy Randy. Thanks very much for joining us. We'll see you at the Blues Fest.